Welcome back. We're going verse by verse through 1 Peter. Such a helpful book in knowing who Christ is and knowing the Christian walk. Peter's writing to people in northern Asia Minor. With the contingent is they aren't probably very mature in Christ and their Christian walk. There's a large contingent of Jews, though probably many Gentiles as well. It's a rural population in Galatia. By history, they were Gallic and barbarian and probably not high up on the civilized scale, though they'd been within the Roman Empire and orderly for a while. But they were having problems with their behavior. Peter starts out talking about the surety of their salvation and then turns to the various trials that they're facing in a very generic way, saying in verse 6 that they should rejoice in these trials. And in verse 7, as they live through them faithfully, that will be to the praise of their glory when they're finally in heaven. So he continues now in verse 8, today's verse, going, look, God is pleased by faith, and so whom we haven't seen, and God, we love. And also we believe and we rejoice, and we know we'll have this glory when we finally go home to be with Him. So what he's saying here is that we're called to believe even though we haven't seen God. And this really reflects the story of doubting Thomas in John 20, where Thomas did not believe that Christ had risen from the dead, even when Christ was in front of him. And Christ said, "Here, Thomas, stick your hand in my stab wound in my side." And he did that. And Thomas said, "My Lord and my God." Christ said, "You've believed, but happy is he who does not see and yet believe." And we're called in our salvation to trust in God, even though we have not yet seen him, but we will. So in that time, when we do see him and we're with him, we'll have unspeakable joy that we haven't had here on earth, and we'll be full of God's glory as we're presented with Christ being at home. So again, it's a heavenly mindset. We're called to be faithful here and rejoice in those trials with the realization that when we're finally home with God, that joy will be greater and we will see him just as he is, as it says in 1 John 3:1, and we'll be with him forever. What a great promise. What a great hope that we have in God, that we can serve him here with confidence, believing, knowing we will one day be with him. Thanks for joining me. Come back next time as we continue this really amazing book. I think you'll enjoy the study. Bye for now.